Awesome, so welcome back to the second segment of The Catch-Up with Fish from Team England. So obviously you made it to Canada and you were on the playing squad out in Canada. I just want to ask you first, what was it like being part of the England camp off the track?
Again, I mentioned it last time, that it was probably one of my favourite bits. The part was actual outside of the roller derby, hanging out with people that I've never got a chance to hang out with before. A lot of people there will know about the Gusher. The water slide in our hotel. I think we had about 4 full roller derby teams going down that slide at one point. It was, just being able to hang out with people, do you know what I mean? See how other players interact with each other. See the Sutton and Spectral making fun of each other over dinner was something that sticks with me. It was just so funny. But also it was so professional. The build up to games, the off skates warm up, all the chats before, the jammers getting together and talking about what certain walls do, what would be most effective, all that type of stuff. And working with certain packs is something that I've never had the opportunity to do. So when I was at Barrow, it was a case of, right, there's 10 of us, we're going to play till we can't play. So the idea of getting to know a pack, them knowing how I play, I know what works for them, just improved how I play, and it's like something I've never been able to experience before. And I think, as you're probably aware, most teams have adopted that kind of style, and I think they probably had, but it's the first time that I had made aware of it just from coming from a little team in Barrow. But I really can't put into words how good the experience was. It just, for me, that cemented where I wanted to be in roller derby, and that's why I moved on when I got home. I knew the level that I wanted to be at, and I'm doing the best I can to maintain that level.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think off track out in Canada, the fantastic thing is the whole experience of being out there in Calgary is that we were able to experience Calgary as well as experiencing Team England on track. So we had the time to go to the Olympic ski village and things like that, and myself and Reaper, we went out and hired the biggest truck that we could find. And obviously that's where the picture that we all came, with everybody in the back of the truck and Reaper in the front and me hanging off the back, that all came from just that time that we were given just to go and explore and be us, and kind of it added to that team bonding that was so prevalent within the Team England camp. Awesome, so second question. Now, we've probably exhausted the adjectives that we could use to describe the World Cup, but I just want to know from yourself, exactly how awesome was the World Cup?
It really is, again, hard to put into words how amazing the whole experience was. I have to admit, the opening ceremony, there was a tiny bit of a tear in my eye. It was just overwhelming. It was like the first time we were there as a team, all 20 of us, and it was great just to hear everyone cheer. It was fantastic. As for the playing side of it, well, I couldn't expect any more. Every player gave absolutely everything. We had issues on track where new styles of teams and stuff like that, we quickly adapted. The bench was so calm and focused. It was just a pleasure to be around everyone, and everyone was so driven at one goal that we just had to keep improving every game, with the hope of what came in the final, which we kind of were building up to the whole way. I know the first training session we had, moving back to the conversation we had before, was one of the first things Rob said was, we're building a team to beat the Americans. And I think throughout the tournament, we were slowly getting there. We had a warm-up game that was difficult, and then throughout the tournament, we're just getting better and better and more gelled as a team. So I think next year we're probably going to give them a closer run for the money. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll get there.
No, I completely agree with you, mate. I think the way that our team kind of linked together and just built as the tournament went on was just phenomenal. But we need to talk about the 18-point jam. How did that feel?
Oh, that 18-point jam. I really just think the stars aligned. I think any of our jammers would have done the same. It just kind of worked out. We got a power jam. I think they lost a couple of blockers, and the offense just kept coming. So do you know what I mean? It was a team effort. I think without the blockers doing their job, there was no chance of me doing anything. And it's something I'm probably going to remember for a long time. But do you know what I mean? It's something that we'll hopefully beat next time round.
I mean, honestly, I didn't get to play in that game for obviously reasons from the semis, but just watching that game, I could not be more proud of every last one of the boys on that. And that came from the development of the team through the training and everything like that, the way that we just bonded as a team. Through that team, we've made lifelong friends. And I think that's
Yeah.
just one of the main things for Team England for myself.
So one of the things that stuck out for me was it was like the highest points ever scored against USA. It was also like the lowest differential they ever had. So I think John, we can take credit for that. So moving forward next year, I think we're going to have more experience in our team. Obviously, the roller derby in the UK is only improving every time I see people play. There's going to be some fresh new blood, hopefully, in the team to keep us all on our toes. And I think we're going to be good for this year coming, and it's going to be good.
Awesome. So, just like the first episode, we're going to do a little word association. So again, I've got a list of numbers that kind of pertain to what we've been talking about tonight. So, first thing that comes into your mind, alright, Fish?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, flights.
Scary.
Canada.
Weird.
Gusher.
Chaos.
Olympic Park.
Luge.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
The best.
USA.
USA. Next time.
After party.
It was alright.
Slushies.
Game changing.
And nighttime.
Good day.
Hey! Awesome, so that kind of brings the end to these two segments of the catch-up with Fish, but the main reason why we've been doing this, Fish, can you let them all know?
Yeah, so tryouts, 23rd of July, first round of our tryouts. Tickets open to anyone that's eligible. Have to have bought tickets by the 1st of July. We've discussed it so much, the benefits of just coming to the tryouts and also the benefits of making that training squad. If you want to be better, want to see what level you're at, or just come for experience, I hand on heart recommend it.
No, definitely, I can only second what you've just said there, mate. Like, the experience alone is worth the ticket price. So make sure you all get your tickets, and hopefully we'll see so many of you at tryouts. Anyway, I've been Toots.
And Fish.
We'll see you at tryouts. See you later, guys.
Bye.